Alexander the Great facing the unknown. The air was thick with dust and sun-baked earth, merging with the faint aroma of the Mediterranean. In the distance, azure waves of the Aegean Sea caressed the shores of Macedonia, a land resonant with the echoes of ancient battles and dreams. It was the summer of 334 BC, and Alexander, a boy nearing manhood, gazed southward toward an unfathomable horizon, the vast expanse of Asia. Before the unknown, he felt a tumult within, exhilaration intertwined with fear. At 20, he was already king, the son of Philip II, renowned for victories against the Greeks, yet titles did little to calm the ambitions of his youthful heart. To grasp the immense legacy left by his father was one task, to carve his own fate alongside history's gods was another. This moment was tethered to the past, yet loaded with potential, a moment ripe for legend. Amongst his generals, men shaped by war, Alexander felt an unexpected weight. These were not mere companions, but guardians of stories passed down through generations, tales of glory and tragedy. The stakes were high. His destiny wasn't just conquest, it was to defy mortality and weave threads of epic grandeur. Does anyone fear the unknown? Alexander's voice sliced through murmurs, blending command with curiosity. The question wrapped around them, crackling with tension. His gaze settled on Parmenion, Hephaestion, and others, each holding their own burdens. For a moment, uncertainty flickered in their eyes. They stood at the water's edge, that sacred boundary between the known and what lay beyond, a realm of myths. The pull of the Aegean sharply contrasted with the daunting prospect of Asia, whispered tales painting a world of unfathomable peoples and vast armies. Darius awaited, a spectre of ambition matching Alexander's own. In that silence, Alexander heard the waves, a rhythm luring him to possibility. None harbored illusions about what lay ahead, clashes, cries of death, the relentless march of history. Yet within that silence was a truth, leaving comfort behind. They stood on the edge of the world, each step plunging deeper into the unknown. The weight of his father's legacy wrapped tightly around him. Philip II's vision transcended conquest, it aimed for unification of cultures. The young king felt torn by the sword of expectation. The greatness of his father loomed over him like an idol he worshipped and hated. He knew the bitterness of subjugation through the eyes of the oppressed. Now poised to enter that very empire, he feared becoming a tragic echo of history. The morning sun adorned his men in gleaming armor, yet uncertainty tightened its grip on him. As he marched toward destiny, doubt mingled with ambition. Would he be seen as a liberator or a tyrant? In an empire founded on conquest, what salvation awaited on the bloodied battlefield? With a deep breath, he rallied his spirit, casting aside fear. By leading into the unknown, he would wield not just a sword, but the fate of many. This devotion to destiny transformed doubt into resolve, illuminating the path ahead. As they set sail, the shores of Macedonia faded. The waves lapped against the hull in a rhythmic dance, a witness to the balance of ambition and morality. Memories of recent conquests washed over him. The Ionian Revolt, the Greek Civil War, a river of blood acknowledging greatness cost. Days blended into weeks as they navigated the Hellespont, the threshold between East and West. The Persian Empire lay within reach, but uncertainty loomed. What alliances might shape upcoming campaigns? As they neared Asia Minor, anticipation swelled like a storm. One morning, Troy rose before them, a spectral city of the past, rich with stories of longing and grief. In this hallowed space, Alexander felt history's pulse, a reminder that stepping into the unknown meant traversing the footprints of heroes and shadows of failures. Seeking solace, he climbed the city's heights, whispering prayers steeped in hope. Perhaps he could commune with the shades of those before him, beseeching guidance for this monumental journey. He envisioned Achilles' triumph, Thetis cradling her son, despair woven with aspiration. Yet mingling among revered spirits was the ghost of hesitance. Darius' mighty army loomed, turning caution into unease. He recalled his mother's words, Olympia's urged greatness yet warned of its perils. As the sun dipped, shadows tugged at his essence. Could he become an architect of legacy while avoiding tyranny? Dawn broke, casting light as he rallied his men at Mount Ida's foot. Their silence mirrored his conflict. With the sun ablaze, Alexander shared a vision of conquering not only lands but hearts. He dreamed of harmonious unity. Moment the air shifted. The men were hungry for glory, yet an unspoken question lingered. What of their homes? Duty clashed with aspiration, testing each soldier's resolve, and within this crucible they emerged anew. The first battle against Persia unfolded at Granicus River, a decisive clash demanding strategy and resolve. Alexander plunged into chaos, cries of his men urging him on. With each thrust and parry, he felt less like a conqueror and more a vessel through which fate flowed. Unknown threats clawed at him as he confronted not just external foes, but haunting images of who he might become. Amidst calamity, he saw stark life and death on display. The visceral reality of war enfolded courage, allowing him to recognize not only himself but the weight of his choices. Victory resonated in the uproar from his men, a sweet release amidst bloodied earth. Yet amidst that triumph lingered whispers of consequence, echoing humanity's struggles, the desire for power intertwined with vulnerability. As victories mounted, Alexander found solace in quiet contemplation. Immersed in the traditions of those he encountered, he wove a tapestry of meaning from his existence, no longer defined solely by conquest, but enriched by alliances made and sorrows endured. Alongside Hephaestion, Alexander pondered their chaos. Could one man carve a harmonious existence among cultures? Each gesture crafted lingering legacies that transcended brutality, yet it remained paradoxical, tangled in purpose. Even the conquest of Babylon confronted him with the complexities of power. Was he mimicking the Persian kings he overthrew? Relationships forged amid war bore the signature of leadership shaped by ambition and empathy. As he roamed Babylon's opulent palaces, gilded splendor couldn't dispel isolation. Shadows of doubt lurked behind the masks of reverence. He realized loyalty stemmed from his sword, not the man he aspired to be. As vast landscapes unfolded, Alexander grappled with identity. Could he be a liberator while wielding despotism's tools? Ghosts of the fallen lingered, often awaiting liberation from new tyranny. In reflective quiet, he sought solace in legacy's duality, creation and destruction intertwined. Conquering Asia and Mesopotamia became a pilgrimage toward understanding. He yearned to ensure his life resonated through history, balancing love with the storms of blood. As Darius' gathering forces cast shadows of uncertainty upon him, he braced for the decisive battle of Gorgamela, a convergence of legacies, the air thick with tension. On the night before battle, surrounded by starlit guidance, he summoned strength, reflecting on names inscribed in earth, those who strived for history or created graph for forgotten truths. Gazing into the abyss of possibilities, he learned about the limits of fate. Amidst the march of soldiers, the rumbling anticipation fused with trepidation. He prepared for a fight not just for land but understanding, a bridge forged by dreams across existence's chasms. The dawn of battle revealed men ready to take or give life. Through hope, Alexander sought the essence of courage. More than power, it was the honor of shared humanity under common skies. The triumph at Gorgamela forged bonds both unbreakable and fraught with consequences. Yet fate's whispers echoed. Would this victory lead to a lasting legacy, or would his name dissolve into the obscurity he longed to avoid? In the heart of battle screamed steel and sweat. Alexander shed the conqueror's heart while embracing the burden of a leader. The sun dipped low as he stood where history's threads intertwined, hollow victories weighing upon him as darkness swept in. The journey through undiscovered lands illuminated new horizons for Alexander. He glimpsed that true conquest emerged in quiet unity, the exchange of wisdom crafting bonds between once divided cultures, a legacy forged in human connection. As war's fires cooled and remnants bantered about conquest, Alexander stood at introspection's precipice. Amidst his carved legacy, he recognized the duel between dreams and reality whirling within. Would his name endure as a beacon for those navigating existence's chasms? Or would it vanish among the ruins he had made, lost among the tides he sought to defy? Such was mortality's unresolved nature, a tapestry woven by breaths, choices, and the relentless pull of the unknown. The Aegean shores whispered from the past. History was never linear. As Alexander faced this new reality, a depth of understanding birthed questions anew. In the embrace of history and humanity, he dared to dream of a world beyond conquest, a legacy that transcended him, widening to embrace connection, of empathy forged amidst the unknown. As stars trembled above, sparkling with untold stories, Alexander stood once more at a precipice, here at this confluence of ambition and existence, where even the greatest might find that true journeys unfold not just in courageous steps across foreign lands, but through the intricate webs of shared human experience, forever caught between the known and the unfathomable unknown. So history's echoes faded into silence, leaving questions of destiny, ambition, and the complex dance between conquest, love, and what it truly means to be human in an uncertain world.